Let's learn the EFT tapping points together. EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Techniques, and tapping on these points can bring us relief and comfort. These are natural comfort points. And let's start with the first one that we usually start with in our tapping rounds. It's along the side of the hand, so from the base of the pinky to the wrist bone. And along that area, what we usually do is recommend that you tap with 4 fingers. You can tap with 2, 4, and you want to do it so that you feel it. You start feeling the echo in your body. It's not so hard that you're hurting yourself for sure, but it's got some pressure to it. Go ahead and do that for a moment. And take a breath. Just feel the tapping along the side of the hand. It's also called the karate chop point. The next point is either the top of the head or the eyebrow. We often start at the top of the head. Some practitioners start at the eyebrow. Let's go to the top of the head because it's the one that we usually do, but either one is fine. The top of the head point, as you can see very clearly on my head, is an area around the crown. Now you can tap in a circle here, but I'm going to encourage you right now to just take your soft fingers and tap that point and see if you find a place where you notice your body responding. That's the top of the head point. The eyebrow point is at the beginning of the eyebrow. It's on both sides. You can tap with both hands or just one. Tapping is very flexible, which is great news when we're looking for relief. And as you tap that point, I like to use 2 fingers at this point. Again, feel around just a little bit on either side until you feel perhaps that your body is responding. You can feel the echo. You should be reaching the bone there. You might want to take a breath. The side of the eye is not so far back that it's in the temple. It's definitely not where you're going to start blinking. There's a bony ridge that goes along the side of the eye, and about even with the side of the eye, you would tap. And find a pressure and a rhythm that feels right to you, like it's giving you some comfort. Maybe it's releasing some things. You might notice some feelings coming up. It may just be just a sensation, side of the eye. The under the eye point is even with the pupil. Again, there's this bony ridge, and right in there, and just I encourage you to be a little gentler right there. And give yourself a breath. You feel yourself tap. Again, you can do both sides. You can tap fast. You can type slow. You can be really soft. You can even just hold the point and take a breath. The under the nose point is between the lip and the base of the nose. I'm trying to curl your lip down a little bit to reach it. You don't have to, but you start tapping there. Again, I use 2 fingers. And just pause as you tap. Feel it in your body. And that's the under the nose point. Or the chin point between the lower lip and the end of the chin in this crease here. And again, just tap that. You could tap just 3 times. You can tap for a minute or 2 on any of these points. I hope you're getting the sense right away that tapping is very forgiving, which is great. It was a big relief to me to find out that I didn't have to do it perfectly. That's the chin point. The collarbone points, if you feel the bone of the collarbone comes down to the base of the throat. That's where the hard part is. Come down about an inch to where it just starts turning softer. Now, here, I often like to use both hands. You don't have to, one or the other is fine, but both hands. These comfort points can be really helpful for anxiety, surprises. If you see someone who's just gotten a shock, they often go, "Ah," and their hand goes right over these comfort points. And just tap and take a breath. Some people will pat the whole area. Some people will thump the collarbone points. The under the arm points are not up in the armpit. They're about 4 inches below the armpit. If if you're a person that wears a bra, it's about mid bra line. So about even with the the core part of the chest here. It can be easy to raise your hand. I usually use again the four fingers like I did at the karate chop or the side of the hand and do that underneath the arm. You can try to do both. You can also do the monkey one. I find that a little awkward, but you'll see people do that. I just reach across and do that. Now, if for any reason any of these points are not points that your body can do, you can imagine it. Close your eyes and imagine that you're tapping under the arm if like you can't reach over there or your shoulder has an injury. I have clients that are not able to tap any of the points. So what they'll do is they'll really be mindful and present with the points, which also works if you're around other people and you don't want to actually be tapping. I do tap in front of other people. EFT is used by millions of people worldwide at this point. But out of a population of 7+ billion people, there's still a lot that don't know what you're doing if you're tapping and comforting yourself. But it's up to you. Okay, quickly again, the side of the hand point, top of the head, eyebrow, side of the eye, under the eye, under the nose, chin, collarbone, under the arm, and I usually go back to the top of the head. All right, those are the EFT tapping points that we use.